Welcome back to Whitt Acres. Today we're going to be working on the pollinator ring down in the vegetable garden. We're picking up where we left off in the last video, and I did grab some more mulch so we can finish. And check out these blooms. The hyacinths are actually blooming this year because I put up a barrier to keep the rabbits out from eating them. And we're getting a bunch of different styles of daffodils blooming around. But I picked up 6 more bags of the black mulch. A lot of the mulching I'm doing is with natural wood chips, but I do like to use some color as accents. What are you doing in there, Boyle? I didn't mulch that area yet, but you don't need to be in there. Out. Yeah, always takes the long way out when I tell them. Silly pup, what are you doing? Yeah. I think I need 2 more bags to finish the pollinator ring down in the vegetable garden, so I'm going to take those down there and then we'll talk about what we're getting done today. Huh, Pop, you get in the wagon? Good boy. Once the animals see me, they all start yelling like they want out to free range. But if you remember, I need to fix my garden entrance. I need to get some chicken wire on it before I have the chickens come down here because they love scratching through fresh mulch. So on my garden entrance here, around the side, the gate, and then the other side, I need to get chicken wire like I have around the rest of the garden. And I need to fix up my branches a little bit. This was looking really good when I first did it. So I might have to get into that today too. So if you don't know already, this is the pollinator ring. I kind of have a ring of flowers in here to bring the pollinators down into the vegetable garden. A lot of people plan their vegetable gardens with all the veggies in mind, but don't think about the pollinators. Hey, what are you doing in there? Out. Silly pup. Why are you doing that? Everything coming up right now is obviously perennials, but I do add a couple annuals in here just to keep the color going through the season. I'm pretty sure 2 bags will finish off the circle and fix what the chickens messed up. So I'm going to get this area mulched and then we'll talk about what plants we have in here. Oi, what are you doing? Out. Silly pup. I need to get the 3rd bag. Echo Pup, why are you laying in my mulch? Come on. What are you doing over here, Dalmatian? You're pretty far away from the barn. Yeah, you better get back. And that's why that garden bed's not done yet. Silly chickens. I'm just gonna do 1 more bag here. What are you doing, girls? Don't eat my flowers. The ducks are yelling. I'll let you out in a little bit. I am liking this more and more with a black accent on the pollinator ring. I've never done this before. This is the first year. I think I'm gonna like it. I'm also planning on putting a rock border around this so it keeps the mulch separate. And that'll also really help differentiate this from the pathways. That looks good. I like it. All right, well, that's looking pretty good. We don't have a perfect circle here, but that's not an issue. I like the organic edge work that we're going with. You can see these green clumps popping up around the outside, which kind of borders the circle. These are wild bell hyacinths, and they're going to put off a nice little bluish purple flower. These are speckled around multiple gardens, so they're going to be blooming around the same time all over the property. The main shrub coming up in the center, coming up as woody sticks, is a butterfly bush. That's more of an early summer bloomer, so that'll be after the wild bell hyacinths. I also have some summer bloomers in here as well. So we have gladiolas going around in the circle. I have Asiatic lilies in here and a tiger lily. I'm hoping all of those come back, and then I'm also going to be speckling in maybe some marigolds and definitely some zinnias, and that should keep a nice bloom going all season long. Over here we have one of the crocus blooms closing up and another one coming up behind it, almost ready to open. Oh, you see them too, pup? Yeah, those are the troublemakers up here. They're making their way down here. They saw us spreading fresh mulch. Now, ladies, you turn those feather butts around. Come on, puppy. Go eat those chickens. Come on, Echo Pup. Go herd those chickens. Turn it around, feather butts. You're not getting my fresh mulch right now. I need to work on the entrance. Go ahead. Come on, Dalmatian. I see you. Run it on back. I'm still letting you destroy the island garden, so be happy with that. Oh, thanks for all the help, pup. Silly pup. So now we need to grab some stones so we can bring them down here and make the perimeter around the pollinator ring or pollinator patch. I don't know how big this is, so I can step it off here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 27 feet. So it looks like we need a lot of stones. I probably need the wheelbarrow instead of this wagon. I gotta put those gourds in the compost. So if you don't have a pollinator patch in your vegetable garden, start thinking about making one. Beep beep, heading out. Oh, wrecked. Puppy. Oh, in last video, I couldn't find the marigold seeds I wanted to sow. I ended up finding them last night, and I got those sown, buried, and watered this morning. So hopefully we can have some early marigolds. All right, I just let all the birds out because I needed to come up here and get the wheelbarrow anyway. I only have one wheelbarrow in operation right now, so it's used for the homestead and the gardens. Oh, ladies, what are you doing, Bonnie? Got all the birds out. Ducks are enjoying themselves out in the field. Just got to give them some feed. I can get back to work. There you go, chickens. Keep an eye on them, pup. Anna, what are you doing in there? Get out. Got work to do. Got work to do, guys. Come on. Excuse me, Rosie. Rufio, keep them ladies out of the garden. Alright, well, I have a pile of rocks over here that I brought down from my brother's house, which was my grandma's farm. I don't know if I have enough rocks of the right size, but I'm just going to start picking through. So I'm trying to find some of the ones, watch it pop, that have a little bit of thickness to it so they can stand above the mulch and separate the two. So that one looks good. I also want various sizes, so I'm grabbing smaller ones and bigger ones, but they're all kind of thicker. What about this one? That looks good, might be too big. Oh, that's a pretty rock. Ugh. Hold on, pup. You gotta back up, watch your toots. Oh, move your head. I'm gonna drop it. Move your head. This one's gonna work though. Let me get that out of there. Watch your head. That one's not stable, bud. Move. All right, let's see if that's gonna be enough. This is the side of property where I dump all my materials, so I have them whenever I'm doing different projects. And I am gonna try and fence in this row of hemlocks and privets so the chickens can run in there instead of my gardens. We dumped a bunch of mulch under those trees and back there behind them so the chickens have something to scratch through. So I'm gonna have to get working on some fencing. Oh, and check it out, my Cleveland pear's about to bloom. Look at it, it's coming in close. There, look at that. They're getting so close to opening up. There's already a tinge of white and pink on them. I have another one on this side. You can see how much more pink it is. It's gonna be so nice whenever these get mature. All right, Pop, I think I got enough stone. We can take it down to the garden now. You coming? All right. The video before this one was a full property tour of March, so make sure you check out that. All right, the first thing I'm gonna do is just lay them all out. We got at least halfway. We are just over halfway around the ring and it is looking good. Up, up. Thanks for all the help, bud. But we still need more stone, bud. We're going back up to the pile. Chickens are loving all the turned over rocks because there's worms under every single one of them. That's sus. Sus and Dalmatian helping out. Pop, did you find anything? We're going back down to the garden. I'm full. I think that looks pretty good right there. I didn't have to do much thinking. I just picked the stone out of the wheelbarrow and set it down, kind of shifted around and moved it just to make sure they kind of locked together. That went nice and smooth and pretty quick. What are you yelling about, Mumbles? She's a filthy goose. She just came out of the pond trying to get herself clean, but that's going to take a few baths before she whitens up. Oh, Pop. Yeah, we're all done. We got the pollinator ring finished here, and I think it's looking pretty good. We just have to let the flowers grow in. Like I said, I am going to put some annual flowers in here as well, but it's always good to have perennials because they can come up a lot earlier than you can get annuals into the ground. So we have some crocus blooming over there at that corner. There's some daffodils there as well. And also on the other side of the J bed here underneath the empress tree, I have a bunch of perennial flowers that'll bloom this year. I tried to put enough in here that it'll just bloom all season long. We have daffodils in here, hyacinths, we have daylilies, Asiatic lilies. There's irises in the back, peonies. There's also hostas down here. We have some hyacinths actually blooming right now. A nice hot pink hyacinth, and then we have a blue one coming up next to it. Many of the vegetables in a vegetable garden need a pollinator to produce, so you want to bring in as many pollinators as you can. And I am loving the new look of the pollinator ring. I'm not sure if this was a weed. It has a variegated stripe through the blade, so I think this might actually be some type of hyacinth. So I'm letting it go, seeing if it's going to bloom. And if it does, I'll probably dig it up and move it into the pollinator patch. I just really like the natural stone edging. Trying to keep some of the elements going here. We have wood, stone, water, no fire. I need an internal flame somewhere, pup. What are you doing? Why do you got to be in my fresh mulch? Stay out of my gardens, pup. What are you thinking? All right, now that we have all this mulching done in the vegetable garden, I really want to close off this entryway so the chickens don't come in and mess it all up. Because that looks good right now. That looks real good. Up, up. We'll be right with you after a short break. So I had a roll of chicken wire left over from projects up at the barn, so I was able to do both sides here and close it off. Now I just have to do the gate, but I think I want to raise the gate up on the hinges a little bit because it's hitting the ground. So I want to lift it up just a little bit so it swings freely. And then later I can work on putting the sticks back on the gate, but I want to get this chicken wire on so I can maybe preserve the fresh mulch I have laid. That should do it. And now my garden should be safe from all those unruly chickens getting in and ruining my mulch. So now I have chicken wire all the way around my vegetable garden. Of course the chickens can hop a 4-foot fence if they want to, but they don't always do it. Sometimes just creating a deterrent is enough. Now I have to get the impact out so I can raise the gate up. Puppy, I brought the wrong bit. I need a Phillips, not a Torque. We gotta walk all the way back to the house, Pop. Yeah. Come on. You're not gonna believe this, but the battery's dead. Had to go up to the barn and get the other one. Perfect. All right, it feels good to get that done. It feels like we're making progress here on the new season, and I'm really liking the look of the pollinator ring as I'm coming into the garden, and the geyser as I'm coming out. Hump up. That's going to be all for this one. We are chipping away at these gardens piece by piece, getting ready for the new growing season. If you don't have a pollinator patch in your vegetable garden, maybe consider making one. If you want to keep following along with everything here at Whitt Acres, make sure to subscribe down below, hit that like button before you leave, and you can see me and Echo on the next one. Thanks for watching. Good boy. Oh, it's working. It's working, pup.